Hi friends, this is Krish, the Urban Naxal. Friends, when you enter into dealings with a builder for an under construction property, are you investing or are you buying? Or are you financing the project? Are you buying a flat? Are you financing the manufacturing of the flat, the construction? Or are you investing in the construction of the flat and accepting a risk that the flat might not get constructed? When you use the words, they have some meanings and you should be careful how you use them. Nowadays, people use words like invest interchangeably with purchase. I want to buy a flat. I want to invest in a flat. There's a difference. There is a difference also in the way you understand the word invest and the builder understands the word invest. So please be very careful. When you say, I want to invest in a flat, I will tell you what you mean. You mean you are going to buy a flat today at a certain value, let us say 50 lakhs, and it is going to give you appreciation, and after 10 years, you may sell that flat at 60 lakhs or 70 lakhs. If you are investing in an under construction project, you say, I am buying a flat which will be given to me at a rate which is cheaper than the market rate when the flat gets constructed. That is why I am going to invest in it early. So the builder says, when I am selling the flat in the year 2024, after it is ready, I will sell it at 50 lakhs, 50. But because you are an early bird investor, I am giving it to you at 40 lakhs. You have come to me at launch stage or pre-launch stage and you have agreed to give me money. So I am giving you this deal for 40 lakhs or 35 lakhs. This is what you understand from investment. There is one thing that you are not understanding, and that is that the project has not come into existence. If there was a kind of a steady process by which, okay, let me give you the example of a tree. A tree has to be planted, a seed has to be planted and then watered, and there is this gradual process by which the plant will turn into a tree and start giving fruits at the age of 5. Now this is a steady and predictable process. When you are investing in a flat that is under construction and which the builder says will be ready by 2024, what does it mean from the builder's side? From the builder's side, it means that you are going to assume all the risk proportional to the value of your flat, all the risk, because he is going to push all the risk on you. The risk for what? The risk for builder's non-performance. The risk for builder's inability to maintain good relationship with a politician or with the municipal corporation, with the planning authority. He is going to transfer that risk to you. If the building fails to happen, you are at risk. You will not get your flat. If the building happens late, you will get your flat late. If the planning authority refuses to give OC, occupation certificate, after the builder has constructed it because he did some wrong things, he constructed extra square feet, you will be suffering because of that, not the builder. This is the meaning of invest from the builder's perspective. He transfers the risk to you in a legal way. How? when you even write down, when you put down your signature in that booking form or application form, you are saying things like, I have examined all the papers and I agree to be bound by, I understand that all permissions have not been sought or all the permissions have not been taken by the builder, and I agree to continue to pay. Now, more or less, that is what you are saying. In the agreement, again, this will be written down in a very specific way. There will be a paragraph which says, I have understood each and everything regarding this project. I have understood, I have studied the title, I have studied the permissions, I have given the permissions and title to my architect and my lawyer to be studied, and they have studied it. I have looked around at all the other projects in the area. I have understood everything about the economic environment. You are saying all these kinds of things, and then you are signing on the agreement. All this is there in the agreement, and they will not remove it for you. You cannot get a builder to remove these points in the agreement. Even if you refuse to sign, he will say, no, you have to sign. All these aspects of the agreement basically tell the court, if it lands up in court, that you have knowingly and willingly accepted all the losses, all the risks, all the potential losses that may come out of your signing the agreement and your paying the money. On the other side, what you are going to pay is not conditional. It is tied to the stages of construction or to the demand of the builder. Either way, whether it is stages of the construction or demand of the builder, you are assuming the role of either a promoter, a co-promoter, or a financier. The difference is, a financier would be guaranteed by the builder that the money will be repaid to him. The promoter or co-promoter would be knowingly accepting risk and saying, I am okay with the risk. It is possible that my entire money will disappear, and I am okay with that because I want a profit. In your case, you are not getting a profit. There is no profit. There is only a flat at the end of it. And there are a lot of other caveats that you are signing on. Your caveats are, I am only going to concern myself with my flat. I am not going to talk about the project and if there is any profit in the project or if there is extra FSI left in the project. I am not going to concern myself with all of that. You are accepting all these things. You are saying basically that although I am investing my money, not buying a flat, but investing my money in a project, all I expect from the builder is one flat, nothing else. And that also, in case there are variations, I will put up with it. So what you are doing is, you are knowingly becoming a partner of the builder, a co-promoter, or a financier. You are committing to pay the money to the builder when he needs it for his construction work of the entire project. You are knowingly accepting that there are so many risks which you don't understand, but you are accepting that you are saying that you understand the risks. You are saying that you understand everything that is there to be known about the project. That's not true. Now suppose you were to buy a fridge, and suppose the fridge were to be delivered to you after 1 month. Do you think the fridge manufacturer would say, okay, for a fridge of this many capacity liters, 165 liters fridge, I have understood everything there is to know about the manufacturing, the process, the, the permissions, the gases that are going to be used inside the fridge, the nature of the gas, whether it is toxic or not toxic. I have analyzed everything about not the fridge, but how the fridge is made, and I accept all the risks, all the hazards, everything. I accept. I understand. Do you think a fridge manufacturer or a car manufacturer would make you sign such papers? The answer is no, at least not now, not currently, maybe in the future sometime. Now, a house is also a product. It's just a product like a fridge, like a car. Of course, it has some special features. It has a specific location. It will be placed above and below a certain flat number. It is placed above and below a certain flat. It is fixed in its geographic location. There are a few things which are specific, so you can't say a flat is just like a car. But for all practical purposes, it's a manufacturing process. The builder is supposed to manufacture a flat. He is supposed to take the necessary permissions. He is supposed to make sure that all the resources are there. What are the resources? There is land, there are bricks, there is concrete, there is steel, and of course there are permissions. Even if you are to manufacture a car, there have to be permissions. There have to be clearances, statutory, regulatory clearances. So all of those things are there in other things also. But somehow real estate is made into a very specific kind of a hybrid investment. The difficulty with entering into this particular hybrid investment is that you have no idea, no control over the risks. You are helpless because you are signing that agreement under duress, under pressure. You are not signing it knowingly. You have not accepted it. You did not consent to this hybrid investment. Now let me slightly expand on what are the nature, how the risk is distributed. Not what the risks are, but how the builder loads the risks on you. See friends, in a contract, ideally there are two parties. In this case, the builder is the seller, you are the buyer. These are the two parties. The risks, that is the manufacturing risks, the entrepreneurial risks, the risk of doing an enterprise for profit belongs to the builder, because the profit also belongs to the builder. The flat is a product. So the project consists of manufacturing flats for the sake of earning profits. This is, if you reduce the whole thing to its bare bones, this is the nature of the builder's activity. It's a manufacturing activity. Now what is the builder doing? He writes an agreement that distributes the risk and distributes the responsibility for the cash flow. He distributes it among all the flat buyers. So he is not taking it towards himself, he is sending it towards you. How does he do it? He writes the agreement. The agreement is very, very carefully drafted. It is very cunningly drafted. It's a very cunning draft by lawyers. In this cunning draft, what they have done is, they have made you assume the risks yourself. You say, I understand that there are all these things. I have examined the title of the land. I have examined the permissions. I have done this. I have done that. I understand this. I understand that. So there are waivers and disclaimers. Now when you sign all those waivers and all those disclaimers and all those things saying I understand this and I understand that. What you are doing is you are accepting to yourself the entire risk that belongs to the builder. And the builder, if he fails to do what he is supposed to do, which is give you a flat at the end, he can turn around and say, this guy knew that he was getting into a risky transaction and I am under no commitment to give him a flat, but he is under commitment to continue to pay money to me and to the bank. He makes you take a loan and he takes the disbursal of the loan so that you don't feel the pain, you don't understand that you have entered into very deep risk. He doesn't let you feel that pain, he buffers you from the pain, he cushions you. You take a loan, you are only supposed to pay EMI. Even there he may cushion you a little more by telling you a lie. He will say, don't worry, I am going to carry the interest burden until the date that I give you possession. So again he is cushioning you, or he is telling you that he will cushion you. He is lying to you. Because he says, I will pay the pre-EMIs. But then actually, he doesn't pay the pre-EMIs. He stops paying the pre-EMI. And that entire thing gets transferred to you because the bank turns to you and says, the builder did not pay the pre-EMI. But the onus to pay the pre-EMI is on you, the home buyer. This is a home loan. You pay. And then you are helpless. And you say, oh, but the builder promised. They say, if the builder promised, that is your problem, it is not our problem. We are going to ask you to pay because you are the home buyer and you have underwritten that loan. You have underwritten whatever the builder's commitments are. So the bank will come to you. Now what has happened in the process is, you have been duped into buying a flat. No. You've been duped into investing in the builder's project under the assumption or under the belief that you're buying a flat. You've been duped. Why do I say the word duped? Because you have been made to assume unnecessary amount of risks without any guarantees that the builder is going to give you a flat. The overall effect of your agreement of sale is that the builder is allowed various escape routes and you are closed, you are trapped little by little. All those little clauses and phrases which were cunningly drafted by the builder are trapping you, are closing you into a position of helplessness. So you have actually entered into a position where you have assumed all the risk, given all the escape routes to the builder, let him get away with everything, and he will get away. Now you may ask, where is the profit for him if he doesn't successfully construct and sell the flats? The answer is, the builder. So let us talk about the company and let's talk about the man who's running the company or the people who are running the company. The people who are running the company are paying themselves very fat salaries from the company. They will continue to pay themselves these fat salaries even if the company is at a loss. That is where they are making the profits. Whereas the company itself at some point may suddenly reach a position where they will say, sorry, we are helpless, we cannot construct any further because we have run out of funds. And they will very conveniently say that we have run out of funds because market did this and regulators did that and new law came and Notbandi came and all these things. They will make all these excuses. COVID came and lockdown came and we had losses and we had to pay interest. They will have 101 excuses. So there is no risk on them. They have already taken their salaries. Now the company, the private limited company or the LLP, Limited Liability Partnership, look at the name, Limited Liability Partnership firm, which has been created as what they call a special purpose vehicle. That special purpose vehicle will say, sorry, we are bankrupt. If the bank takes over that asset if they have taken project loan, the project financing institution will take over that asset. It will just take it over. The entire thing, the entire project. Where are you in all this? You don't know. When will you get your flat? You don't know. How will you come out of all the mess because you are continuing to pay EMIs to the bank for your home loan? You don't know. So that unlimited amount of risk now threatens to destabilize your life. It threatens to render you penniless. It threatens to bring litigation into your life, which you had not even thought you were getting, involved in. And the builder, the guy who made you do all this, or the guys who made you do all this, they are happy, they are laughing all the way to the bank. So friends, don't invest in under construction property. For heaven's sake, don't invest. You don't want a bunch of invisible risks to destroy your family life, to eat away your hard-earned income, to take away your life savings, to take away your house if it exists, because you may end up selling your house in order to pay for this one, to basically ruin your life and drive you and your dear ones to grave financial desperation and sometimes suicide. Don't do this. It is a grave risk. You have no idea what you're getting into. Don't get into under construction property, no matter how good the builder's brand name is. Today his brand name is good, tomorrow he will be gone. He doesn't care. He will have made his money, and the system is very forgiving to them. It is not forgiving to you. The system will let them go free. The system will punish you. Be careful. I am Krish, the Urban Naxal, your friend. Jai Hind, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Maharashtra.